Hey, Right Edition, welcome, happy day. Just the other day, I was on a drive. I was going from California up to Arizona. I was going to Sedona and then over to the Grand Canyon. Had a grandson with me and my wife, and it was a great trip. And we went through one little town, and there was a big sign up that said, "Welcome to Hope," H-O-P-E. And I thought that's kind of cool because there's a Hope in Canada, close to Vancouver. Neat name, I got hope. Anyway, when I was leaving the town, they have a great big sign posted. It says this: "You are now beyond hope." That's kind of cute. Maybe they should get a sign when you drive in to say, "You got hope," or "You're at hope," something like that, just to kind of make it a SHOT Show, an NRA show, all kinds of gun shows. That's in America. I attend all of them, certainly all the ones that I can. The NRA show is coming up here in a few days in Nashville, Tennessee. Every year they rotate with regard to locations, whereas the SHOT Show is always in Las Vegas. And it's just great fun. 100,000 of my best friends will be at the show coming up in Nashville, and so many good people are there. It's the safest place to be in the world. Last year in Indiana, I remember the governor stood up and said, "Hey, welcome everybody. There hasn't been one crime in downtown Indianapolis this week because there's 100,000 of you guys walking around with guns." It's just kind of fun. You know what? They are law-abiding people that are pushing not only for gun stuff, I get all of that, but it's about freedom, it's about rights and all of that cha-cha. With regard to Canada, there's a lot of gun shows going on there as well. And this past weekend, I was at one in Calgary. There was about 10,000 people came through the doors. It was a 2-day show. The differences between it and the shows I mentioned in the U.S. is that this one in Calgary was kind of like a flea market. Guys walking everywhere with guns over their shoulders and ammunition under their arms because they're buying everything as they go through, and it's just great fun. You have to check out your guns when you go, but it's kind of cool to see it all happening. And here's one picture I wanted to share with you. It's a private collection from a fella. It's just an incredible collection of Marlin rifles. He's been collecting these forever, and in addition to the rifles, he's got some razor blade collection thing there going on. And apparently Mr. Marlin was a large supporter of the men in uniform in the World War, and he made razor blades, and tens of millions of American men and other men around the world, but in particular people in the military, have been shaving with Marlin razor blades for a good number of years, and he did it out of the goodness of his heart. He didn't charge the military. Ultimately, they did charge people when they went into drugstores and other places with the product. But that's a little side thing that I didn't know. I'm too young to know all that kind of stuff. In Calgary, one of the busiest booths was the CSSA, which stands for Canadian Shooting Sports Association. Here's 3 of the guys just working hard, and so many guys are signing up with new memberships and so on. And they do a great job, the CSSA. They take the message of freedom to Ottawa. They lobby and they talk and they do the cha-cha and say, "Help us so we can help our members." They're working for us when we're all working to support our families. So that's kind of cool. Also at the gun show, here's a guy. He had, in Calgary, I'm still talking, he has a collection of Colt Navy revolvers. 20 guns were in this particular display, all original. Got to be like $250,000. He also, in terms of value, he also created the backdrop to it and put all the verbiage in and everything else. Really well done. And there's so many booths like this one at the show. You know, guns are kind of cool. I mean, you pick it up, they're works of art so much, or many of them, and the people, I mean, people are drooling over all of these guns. It's just a fun thing to do, and there wasn't one bad incident. Why? Because gun shows are full of good people. Don't you know? Y'all come back tomorrow, I'll get more for you from the right. See ya.